Here is your Vigilant Liberty Radio News from Independent Journal Review for Wednesday, February 4th. Natomas Pacific Pathways Charter High School is receiving national attention thanks to Robert Spencer and Jihad Watch. Students at the school decided to hold a hijab day to explain the Islamic custom of wearing a head covering. Organized by the California High Schools Muslim Student Association, the activity is part of a senior project. Senior and Council on American Islamic Relations intern Samantha Masters stated that complaints are the reason activities like this are needed. Quote, "The irrational reaction by some intolerant individuals is similar to the many manufactured controversies nationwide over the teaching of basic information about Islam, the faith of 1/5 of the world's population." Students emphasized that as American Muslims, they are not required to wear the hijab. The NTSB released a report on a fatal plane crash in Denver last May, in which the pilot and his passenger were both killed. 29-year-old Amrital Singh had been flying a 1970 Cessna 150 when it hit the ground, bounced, then landed upright. Post-accident examination of the airplane did not reveal any pre-impact anomalies that would have precluded normal operation. Based on the wreckage distribution, which was consistent with a high-speed impact, and the degraded visual reference conditions, it is likely that the pilot experienced spatial disorientation and lost control of the airplane. In-flight cell phone use was cited as a cause for the crash. Based on evidence of cell phone use during low-altitude maneuvering, including the flight immediately before the accident flight, it is likely that cell phone use during the accident flight distracted the pilot and contributed to the development of spatial disorientation and subsequent loss of control. San Francisco has seen its first casualty from the increased minimum wage the voters overwhelmingly approved in November, and even the store owners are still for the increased wage levels. Borderlands Books, a science fiction bookstore in the Mission District, is closing its doors after 18 years in business. The owner explained, quote, "In November, San Francisco voters overwhelmingly passed a measure that will increase the minimum wage within the city to $15 per hour by 2018. Although all of us at Borderlands support the concept of a living wage in principle, and we believe that it's possible that the new law will be good for San Francisco, Borderlands Books as it exists is not a financially viable business if subject to that minimum wage. Consequently, we will be closing our doors no later than March 31st. The owners decided to close now because it makes good business sense." I'm Liz Harrison, and this has been your Vigilant Liberty Radio News from Independent Journal Review for Wednesday, February 4th.
Welcome back to the second hour of today's version of The Right Mics with Mike Miller and Michael Hausum. If you wish to participate, 412-567-6879. Although don't call in right now because we have a guest who we need to give our full attention, and that would be IJR's own Victoria Taft. Victoria, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Mike and Mike. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great.
Do I have enough energy? Is that good? Huh?
No, that's very, very good. You know what we should do, Vic? I'm sitting here looking out the window, and it's a little, it's kind of warm. The sun is streaming in here in Newport Beach, but it's a little, it's not totally clear. It's kind of foggy.
little
Do
hazy.
you want to go ahead and give the weather update for the neighboring city here in Orange
See, he
County?
does this all the time just to piss me off, but go ahead.
It's, it is so cruel. It is so cruel. I will
Well,
just tell
he's
you
cruel. That's who
exactly
he is.
what the weather is where I am. It's a lovely, balmy 64 degrees right now, a little hazy sunshine, and it is going to be at a high of, let's see, 64. That's what oh no, correction, 66 degrees today.
Well,
So
that's
now,
Yeah.
Vic, where are you exactly in Laguna?
Well, I'm not going to tell people where I live. I already know. I'm not doing that.
No, I don't want
But
the
I'm in
address,
Laguna.
but generally speaking, are you north of Main Beach? Are you south of Main Beach? Are you up in the hills or what?
I am looking right now at the Pacific Ocean. Does that tell you what? Because see, I could be anywhere in Laguna Beach and tell you that. But
Yeah,
I'm
you
south
can.
of Main Beach.
okay.
South
I
of Main
hate both
Beach.
of you guys. Listen, before we continue with serious stuff, let's talk about something even more serious because Victoria and I talked about this before she came on, and she
Mm-hmm.
brought this up, and I said, "Damn it, okay, I'll talk about it again at the risk of another aneurysm." But the damn Super Bowl, Victoria.
Oh my gosh. Okay, see, I'm a Seahawks fan,
I don't,
and I've been a Seahawks fan for quite some time, but I sort of lost track of them. And then the last, well, I don't know, 4 years, 3 years, whenever Russell Wilson came online, and I started paying
this
attention
is
to
just
them, and I just
yeah.
fell in love with this guy. Just fell in love with him. And I love this guy. And I will follow him to the ends of the earth because his heart's in the right place. I mean, who else loses that penultimate moment? Could have been the zenith, but it was right before he could have won the Super Bowl. And then tweets out later,
Okay, so
know
let's
what?
back
God
up
is
the
good.
bus just a second because before
Okay?
we get to the tweets, and I actually put that post up on Facebook, and you're exactly right. We got to get back to what we got to get back to. All right, it's second and goal. They're on the inside the 1 yard line. They got
No,
a timeout. They got the most ferocious running back in the NFL in the backfield, and they don't. They could have tried to punch it in twice,
Yep.
and Pete Carroll either calls or approves that dopey pass. What did you think about that? Did you see it?
Oh, did I see it? I watched it,
Yeah.
and it was like,
Yeah.
the slow motion, no! And yeah, I watched it, and I thought, after the whole thing went down, I looked at my husband, and I go, that was second down, right? And he goes, yeah. And because, of course, you use every opportunity you have to punch that bad boy in. They had Marshawn Lynch. He was going all beast mode on everybody. And even if, in fact, they wanted to pass in if it was shut down, they were going to Lynch in the next play, according to Pete Carroll. And they would have used him 2 more times had that been opportune to do that, and if they needed it. And they didn't do it. And it was just picked off at the 1 yard line. And
it's hard enough to pass inside the 10. They're inside the 1. Everything is bunched up. Yeah, and someone else said, I mean, I've been worked up about this ever since Sunday. I didn't have a horse in the race, like I told you. I mean, other than whatever horse is running against the Patriots. But that was just boneheaded. You have to go with the percentages there.
Oh, well, you've seen all the memes, right? The one where Pete Carroll's at the McDonald's and he's, do you want me to throw this to you? Or, you want me to hand it to you? Or would you like me to throw it, 8?
Yeah, you and I said those back and forth. Howsam, I don't know if you saw it, but so he's got a sandwich at the drive-thru. You want me to hand this to you or drop back 5 yards and throw it at you for no reason? I mean, it's just unbelievable. It's a worst call in the history of at least a Super Bowl. I mean, you have to go with percentages. And I understand the whole concept of Monday morning quarterbacking because, had it worked, he would have been called brilliant, blah, 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 blah. But in that situation with that much on the line, you have to go with the percentages.
You do. And it was just absolutely gobsmacking that he did that. And if you see, I did a post late yesterday And a friend of mine had sent to me the compilation of people's reactions to that play. Seahawks fans from around the country. Someone put it in a YouTube compilation. We swiped it fair and square, put it up at Independent Journal Review, and go check it out because some of it is absolutely some of the funniest stuff you'll see. And as a Seahawks fan, as a 12, to watch this and laugh, I mean, pretty much that's all you can do at this point anyway. But there is a surprise ending on that thing, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. But it's absolutely gobsmacking. It's hilarious.
All right, so before we move on and let Housem in, because Housem, listen, you and I forget more about football every day than he knows. That's why you and I are having this this Sports Illustrated like discussion analysis. Housem, I'm teasing you, but hit the tweets by Russell Wilson afterwards, and then we'll move on to other important stuff.
Well, I mean, Russell Wilson, first of all, is a man of integrity and character, and it shines through if you follow any of his accounts, whether it be Twitter or his Instagram account. I like a lot what he posts up on Instagram because he actually lives the talk. I mean, he goes and visits the kids at the children's hospital. He does stuff we don't even know about. He's always giving praise to his God. He's always giving praise to other people. This is what he's all about. I remember listening when I was living in Portland, listening to the sister station of the flagship station of the Seahawks, and I would listen to all their games on the radio because I think sometimes you see the game better on radio, frankly, because the play-by-play is much better. So I would listen every Sunday afternoon to the Seahawks. I didn't know who this guy was, but every Sunday I would listen to his post-game interviews, and I just grew so enamored of this child, this 26-year-old kid who is quarterbacking this team to just, well, at that point it wasn't greatness, but it was pretty goodness. And the following year, of course, they went to the Super Bowl. And I just was so impressed with him. I finally got to look at him and I go, oh my gosh, he's every mother's little dream for their children. Oh, I would like you to marry my daughter because he's adorable. And he's a man of God and integrity. I mean, what's not to like about this guy? And by the way, he can play football.
Yes,
so I've just been a fan.
Sorry, guys, I just got back. What have we been talking about?
Well, football, Housem. And it wasn't Philip Rivers, so you wouldn't have been in.
Hey, Housem, I'm working on a story you're going to love.
Yeah, what's that?
It's about the flaky hocus pocus Common Core unemployment numbers, which is right up your alley. But I'm doing the story for IJR. Just stand by for this one because it's a gobsmacker. Just want to let you know.
Is this based upon the Gallup?
Shh! Don't say anything. Yes.
Oh, we already talked about that.
We talked about it, but
I missed it. Oh crap! Well, you know what? That's okay. Because I'm writing the story.
Well, no, just give us, however many words, just your take on that.
Well, I'm not surprised, but then again, I know this stuff, so to have somebody talk about the fact that they're hocus pocus numbers doesn't surprise me in the least because I mean you have to take a look at workforce participation rates every time you do some sort of calculus on this thing, and we're 93 million people out of work. And part-time jobs are counted as full-time. I mean, it's just it's black as white, white as black, up as down. It's crazy. And for whatever reason, the media just give this guy a pass. It's ridiculous. That's my take.
Well, I would have to say, good take. Exactly right.
It's
all right,
ridiculous.
so now you sent a couple of other things over to Mike, Victoria, and I know you wanted to talk about ISIS a little bit. Obviously, that's we've been we talked about the economic thing. We started out joking about a couple of other things. Did either of you guys watch that video?
I didn't. I watched it. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I did not watch the whole thing. I didn't want to.
I watched a beheading video years ago, and I think it was Nick Berg.
Yeah,
and ever since then, I have not allowed myself to watch any of that stuff.
Gotcha. I'm with you. That's the last. I just go, okay, I'm not watching anymore. I know what morons these people are. I got it. I've taken their measure. I don't need to watch their atrocities. Got it. I'm with you.
Yeah, I watched it last night, and the production values of this thing I mean, it's not an iPhone held vertically for 30 seconds. I mean, it's more than 20 minutes long, and it's got music, and it has got a setup, and
Yeah, I heard it was like a 3-camera shoot.
Right.
yeah, it is.